Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Ezekiel and I hope that you guys are okay wherever you are. Hello. Um, Again, I'm Ezekiel, I'm 20 years old and I usually make videos about health and mental health, physical health and skincare and pretty much videos about everything. But for today's video, I feel like is a really important video for me because it is a video that really changed my life in a way. Even though I haven't really fully reached my goal, I got into a point in my life where I built a system that I managed to be consistent, whether it is on my fitness, on my health, on my mental health, and on my diet, and just being a better version of me every single day. Even though I'm only young, I managed to have that maturity inside of me and how I feel like it could be applicable for a lot of people out there who may be struggling to certain things like bad habits or addictions or um, not being consistent in maybe in the gym or maybe in their skincare or maybe in their mental health. And I feel like I could maybe help a little bit for free and share some things that really improve my life and maybe you guys could apply to so we can all grow together and have a better life. So, the topic for today is the book called Atomic Habits. It is by James Clear. He is an amazing author and a really successful one too. He also is a businessman and do speeches to big institutions like NFL and NBA, MLB. So he's a pretty. I'm pretty sure you guys also know this book. It is a famous book, but it is also a book that I feel like I don't really see a lot of people talk about, or at least I don't see it too much because I don't use social media. But I want to talk about how it has changed my life. So the very first thing is this. In Atomic Habits, literally, the book is what the title is about. It's talking about how certain habits, whether it's good or bad, changes the trajectory of your life, and that becomes your lifestyle, which then changes your identity, which changed which changed your reality. I'm sorry. So, with your habits, okay, it will change daily things that you do. That will then become habit. That habits become part of your lifestyle, which then becomes your lifestyle, and that lifestyle will change your reality, right? And the first thing that I learned from this is this: your environment will always matter. Okay? If you want to change your habit, if you want to be able to form a good habit or to get rid of a bad habit, you have to change your environment first. I don't just mean to get rid of the people that are not good for you. I mean, eventually you might have to. But what I mean is surrounding yourself with people, with things, like surrounding myself with books that allows you to grow and reach your goal. Like if you want to be a really good basketball player, you might want to surround yourself with basketball, right? You want to surround yourself with people who play basketball or coaches or other players or maybe in the court, right? Or in the gym, because these environments will allow you to grow and become a really good athlete. If you want to quit smoking, you want to quit drinking alcohol excessively, maybe you want to surround yourself with people who are sober, people who don't drink, people who don't like drinking or who don't like smoking. So you can get rid of those habits because your friends, the people you're close with, they might just be another person, but when you're with them all the time and you spend a lot of time with them, you kind of pick up on their habits, right? That old saying, tell me who your friends and I'll tell you who you are, that goes a long way. Until today in 2026, that still goes on, right? And I feel like that is very, very important. Same thing for achieving your goals. If you want to be successful at whatever career that you want to be in, you have to make sure that you have to surround yourself with people who are willing to be there for you to help you grow. They don't have to help you be successful, but if they're there to just, even as simple as like, I believe in you, or just, having that positive people around you will help you to build that success over and over and over again. Like, this is really important. Now let's say you cannot find any good environment. Maybe there's just not anyone who's very, into supporting you or helping you out. The second best thing that you need to do for that is to, you have no choice, but to get rid of the toxic ones. You have to get rid of the toxic environment. If you have to be by yourself, do it. I'm by myself right now. I don't have any girlfriend. I don't have any friends. I don't have any buddies that I hang out with. Not because I don't like anybody, but because I don't see myself being with someone right now that is in my environment that's gonna help me grow, that's gonna help me reach my goal, that's gonna help me to get really lean, that's gonna help me to look clean, to be an actor, to be a successful YouTuber. I don't think anyone around me, as far as I know right now, is doing exactly that, or at least pushing me to be that. So it's better to just be by myself, because at least if I'm by myself, I'm not hearing voices, people telling me, why are you doing YouTube? Why are you doing acting? Why are you doing that? It's impossible. That could mess with your head, by the way. No matter how smart you are, no matter how strong you are, that could mess with your head. So it's so important. It's better to have no friends than to have so many fake friends, or to have one real friend than have zero, than have 10 millions that are fake, okay? So you have to make sure that you have a really good environment that is allowing you to grow above and beyond. The second advice that I got from this is your habits are not set in stone, which means you can change your identity. Let me explain that again. When you go through something, let's say you want to be fit, you want to reach a certain body fat, you want to be fit, you want to gain muscle and lose fat, right? Which is like you want to get leaner, like what I'm doing right now. I'm getting into that closer phase where I'm starting to lose the body fat and I'm gaining muscle and starting to lose the face fat. In the beginning I wasn't like this. I was really chubby and I was skinny fat. That was my identity in the beginning, that I was a chubby face person with a big body fat and just not clean diet. That was my identity. Now, that is not my identity. That is not how I look right now, right? Even though I'm not done yet, that's not how I look. Why? Because I change my habits day by day. I did my research, and you can find this anywhere: Google, ChatGPT, YouTube, TikTok, whatever. And you could just say, what do athletes do every single day? What are their habits? What does a successful basketball player do every single day? What does a successful football player do? What does a successful businessman do? What does a successful actor do? What does a successful social media content creator do? A successful businessman do? Because every single successful businessman, athletes, actors, doctors, content creators have one thing in common. And that is, they're consistent. They're very consistent with whatever they do. They keep playing basketball. They keep throwing the football. They keep making the business run. They find ways to market it. They keep making content, like how I'm making content right now. You have to keep doing that. You cannot let anyone define your identity, because you can change it. It's not set in stone. Your habits, though, will determine that. Why? What did I say in the beginning? Your habits, they're repetition. You repeat the same thing every day. When you wake up in the morning, what do? You drink water. Does everybody do that? No. Some people, they brush their teeth. Some people, they take a shower, cold shower. Some people, they check their emails. Why? Because maybe they have a really high position and they have to check their emails. So everyone's routine is different. But if you do that every single day, you brush your teeth first thing in the morning, you take a shower first thing in the morning, you get used to it. That becomes your lifestyle. Every single day you do that for the next month or maybe a couple weeks, you get used to it, that it becomes second nature. So if you make it a habit that first thing in the morning you take a walk instead of scrolling through Instagram or social media, you are waking yourself up, the blood flow is growing, and 3, you're starting yourself with a body fat burner right away because you are taking the walk. That will change your identity. Because eventually, at some point, a couple months from now, or maybe a year from now, you'll get fit. Now you are a fit person. Now that's your identity. You're a good looking person now. You're beautiful now. You're handsome now. Same thing for business. You start from zero, right? You have a dream, you have a budget, that's it. You start from there. And then what happens? You keep building that business, you keep going up and down, up and down. You hire somebody, you market it, and then it starts profiting. Now you become a millionaire, a billionaire. That is your definition. Now, that's your identity now. You are a successful businessman. But that only happened, that only became a reality because you changed your identity. And how did you change your identity? You changed your habits. Now, the next question you guys might have is, how do you change your habits? That is a good question. In this book, it was talked about a lot. I forgot which chapter it is, but it says, if you want to get rid of bad habits, make it invisible, make it unattractive, and make it hard to achieve. What do I mean by that? Let's say you have a phone addiction. You want to get rid of your phone addiction? Hide your phone somewhere and then go somewhere else. Hide it in your living room and go to your bedroom. Now, if you have to get up and use your phone, you're going to be like, oh, I have to go to the living room. Your brain will naturally be like, I don't want to do all that. That's too much. And you end up not using your phone. You want to be able to go to the gym? Have a habit where you wake up first thing in the morning, maybe you have a calendar or on your phone that has a reminder you're going to the gym today. That already clicks to your brain, oh, I'm hitting legs today, I'm hitting back today, I'm doing chest today, arms today. That will make your body already turned on and be like, okay, that's what I have to do. And in this book, it was also said, motivation is not enough. What you need is to have a consistent habit, a consistent, what do they call it? You have to have this, I forgot this word. It was said here. It was like, you don't need motivation. What you need is a system. That's what it was. It's a system that, because think about going to the gym. You're not always gonna have a good day when you go to the gym. There will be days where you don't feel like it. But having the discipline, having the environment, and having the consistency that you're gonna go to the gym no matter what, because you're fine, you're not injured, you're okay, you're just lazy right now, right? You're just not used to it, will allow you to reach your goal. Motivation lasts for a second and it goes away. You need to have a strong mind, as discipline, to know fat loss takes time, muscle gain takes time, making money takes time, being famous takes time, getting a really good grade takes time. You have to have a discipline to build these success. And this is why I'm telling you guys, because sometimes you just need a little video to remind yourself this. And the last thing I learned is this. I haven't really fully finished this yet, but I'm almost done, okay? So I've read most of it. The last thing I learned is this. Let me see. It says it here. It says, when you have every habit, let's say you have a habit, whether it is a bad or good, let's say you smoke a lot. The good habit, maybe you're consistent in the gym. The bad habit, there's 4-step pattern in the backbone of every habit. You have the cue, number 1, craving, response, and reward. Let me explain that. The cue is pretty much the beginning. Okay? It triggers your brain to initiate a behavior. What does that mean? You smell the cigarette, you see the cigarette package. That signals a trigger to your brain. It's time to smoke. You see your gym clothes, you look at your calendar, it's a signal to your brain. It's time to go to the gym. Second is the craving. That's where you start craving it. Where's my cigarette? Where's my vape? Where's the alcohol? You go to a party, you see people partying, you see people drinking. That's the cue. The cravings, ooh, I want to drink too. I want to go party too. This is where the environment works. Because what if you're in an environment and nobody's drinking? What if you're in a church and no one's drinking? Would you crave drinking? No. Because you don't see anything, right? All you see is people holding Bibles and talking to each other. Third, response. That's your response. You do it. You do the action. You smoke the cigarette. You go to the gym. The reward? You did it. You feel good, right? Because when you do smoke, you feel great. Same thing for porn. You watch porn, you think it feels good, but let's be for real. You get stressed right after that. You don't really like it. But you got the reward because you got what you think was good. That is what's important about this book and why this book let me understood and kind of changed my life. And like what it says over here, tiny changes, remarkable results. Little things like changing your environment, having a discipline, these things could change everything. It could change the way you feel, the way you act, and the way you see things. It's gonna be hard, I promise you that. Being successful is not easy. Getting fit is not easy. Getting a clear skin is not easy. Fixing your hair is not easy. It's gonna take time. But it's for you. You're doing this for yourself because you want to be the best version of you. Like how I want to be the best version of myself. Even though I haven't reached there yet, I want to keep doing it. I want to keep improving. And the most important thing is don't beat yourself up. Be happy with what you have right now. You might think, oh, I haven't gained enough muscle, but some people can't even gain muscle because they have a condition. Some people can't even walk and go to the gym. So be happy that you're already having an opportunity to get up and go to the gym and lift weights. Same thing for money. You might think you're not making that much money right now, and that might be true, but you can go up and work. Some people can't work because they cannot function because they can't walk. They can't go to work. So be grateful for that. That's also what it says here. Be grateful and be content with what you have right now and just keep building on it. So that's all. I hope that you guys learn a lot from me. And this book is in Barnes & Nobles. I think it's also in Amazon. I got it in Barnes & Nobles. It's like $27 or something. I think obviously taxes might make it a little higher. But I hope you guys like my video. You know, comment down below what you guys want to know more. I can share more videos about other things, but yeah, I hope that people got something from that, and please pick up this book. It is worth it. And yeah, so see you guys again, and thank you for listening to me.